With Season 18 being almost over now, with about a month and a half left, it's time for the mid-season update. With a new collection event for Fuse, which he's getting his Heirloom, the Hairbangers collection event. I read some of this earlier, I'll admit. I am interested as to what they're going to bring us, and I'm very excited. I'm also scared, but I'm excited. With this event coming out in 5 days now, could be 4 days, depending on when I upload this. It could be today, or it could be tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure yet. New limited time Living Shell Trios. New ordinance is upon us, the Rev Shell. For a limited time, take out your enemies with a target-seeking grenade that looks almost as scary as the damage it does. Grab a shell, toss it in the air, and it will take care of the rest. Looking for valid targets before dealing significant damage. Okay, well that sounds annoying to play, but alright. But beware, your opponents can take aim and shoot it down to cause an early detonation. Oh, so as soon as you throw it, you can shoot it. So it's just like it's literally like a heat-seeking missile. Like literally, it's a player-seeking grenade. And I would much rather have a zombies mode than this. I would much rather want a zombies mode than this. This kind of sounds dumb, but it could be fun maybe. Map World's Edge After Dark. Shrouded in Darkness, World's Edge becomes a bewitched battleground featuring updates to once familiar POIs. Enter the pain yard at your own risk to fight around a train going nowhere, or keep warm by the tree. It is flaming glory. Watch out for lava. It's a Marvin's worst nightmare, and maybe yours too. Okay, so it's just spooky themed is what I'm getting at, and it's like has a bit of shading to it. Instead of bright, it's now just darker, which actually just might be cooler, honestly. I would probably enjoy that a lot more in all reality. And I didn't get to play whenever those were like a thing. I remember seeing some old gameplay of a Christmas event of like a train going around at all times, and apparently that was pretty cool, and people liked it back then, but they haven't brought it back since, to my knowledge, because I haven't seen it since I've been playing. And of course, the collection event items, 24 death-defying limited time cosmetics with legendary skins for Fuse, Bloodhound, and more. Is that, wait, hold on. Wait, we need to go back to Gibby for a second. Was that Thanos? Wait, are they bringing Thanos to Apex Legends? Who's that? Let me look at him. Let me look. That's Thanos. Okay, got it. All right, so Thanos is now in Apex. Cool. Some of these look cool. The Alternator looks kind of nice. Bloodhound looks kind of nice. The Nemesis looks very nice, actually. Bangalore looks kind of cool. Seer's helmet looks kind of dumb. But with this event, we get a new Heirloom, which will be Fuse's Heirloom, and it's a guitar. Now, I'm not going to lie. This is cool. If you're a Fuse main, this is fucking sick. I'm not gonna lie, because that is dope. You're telling me you get to like run around with a guitar and you're able to swing it at people for your melee, and it probably sounds like a guitar like hitting something. That actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. I already know there's gonna be memes of like when he's shredding right here, they're gonna put like some random like solo of some sort from like some random jank artist. It's sounding awful, but okay, it looks really cool though. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, if you're a Fuse main and you have some money on the side, or you have Heirloom shards waiting around, I'd be really excited to get this. I'm not gonna lie. The cash grab with the store, unless there's an R99 skin in one of these bundles that looks good, I honestly could care less. And from what I'm seeing, there is nothing. But here's the good stuff right here. Here is the good and spicy stuff. Balance updates. Weapon crafting rotation. 30-30 repeater enters the crafter. RE45 with hammer point rounds enters the crafter. Mozambique returns to floor loot. The Nemesis returns to floor loot. Right after everyone got over using it, and I didn't really see many people crafting it this entire time. I saw a handful of people at most this whole time ever since it's been in the crafter, and now it's back on floor loot. And I'm very sad. And I'm also very scared because, yeah, it's either use a Nemesis or a Hemlock, because there's no other good weapons. And you could craft a 30-30 because I don't think the 30-30 repeater got hit with any nerfs. So I can still see all three of those weapons being meta, especially if you find a Skull Piercer early and you have extra crafting. I'm probably going to craft a 30-30. I'm not going to lie. Lowered auto player difficulty in orientation matches. And here's an interesting part of it. Redistributed the pockets of high tier armor within POIs. Example, the center of Countdown on World's Edge into the global loot pool. So I don't know, is it like every POI gets higher tier armor, so there's gonna be more purples on ground now, more blues and stuff, or what? Or more golds too? Like I don't know. Like it just gives the example, like the center of Countdown on World's Edge. So it just gives like that's a brief example. I don't really know if that means like every single POI or not. I have no idea. Weapons, the Nemesis AR. Damage reduced to 16 was 17, so that's base damage. So I don't know how much that's probably going to be hit to the headshot multiplier, but it doesn't say the headshot multiplier was hit at all, so that actually scares me still. Because the Hemlock came out of the care package and only lost 1 damage point, and it's good. Well, it's all we get to hear is revved up Nemesis again. That's so great, dude. It's so dumb. I don't know who made the Nemesis, but dude, please delete it. ADS recoil increased. Okay, that's good, but like, dude, if you're on mouse and keyboard, you just jitter aim the smallest little bit and pull down, and you have no recoil. It doesn't exist. So Great. Of course, a small buff to Fuse to give more incentive to start playing him more and maybe buy his Heirloom. His Knuckle Cluster tactical deployment speed increased, so it doesn't say by how much. It just said speed increased. Horizon got a nerf this time. Gravity lift, weapon accuracy decreased when in lift, more spread. Finally, because dude, getting beamed mid-air from a Horizon who's good was very depressing. Vertical lift, speed reduced by 20%. You were going to go up that lift hella slow now. By 20%, you're going to be going up that thing so slow. They're probably going to revert that, and they're going to go back to like 10% instead of 20. They're probably going to give her 10% back eventually. Hover time at top of lift reduced to 0.5 seconds was 2 seconds. You lose accuracy on it. You go up 20% slower going up vertically, and your hover time on top of it, so you can't just sit up top and just like idle for 2 full seconds. It's half a second, then it shoots you out. Amazing, a little depressing, because I do like Horizon. I liked using her. I have her Heirloom. She's a good character, so it sucks to suck, but I'm sure a lot of the pro players are still going to be able to use her because, dude, she's still good. Rampart got a buff. Amped cover placement time reduced to 2 seconds was 3 seconds. Rampart now remains in placement mode after deploying a wall. Revenant got a nerf. Forged Shadows reduced time extension from Nox to 5 seconds was 10 seconds. Extra damage to Shroud while bleed through to Revenant if it breaks. Shadow Pounce, slightly increased pounce angle, compensation when looking at the ground. This was needed for sure. I think they still need to make it to where it takes a little longer for him to get his ultimate. I think another minute added to his ultimate like timer needs to be a thing still, because he does get it pretty quick still. But the reduced time extension was good, and the extra damage towards bleed through is good too, because actually the bleed through was in the dev AMA. Before this patch comes out, you could take a full Kraber shot with his bubble on and it wouldn't do past that 75 extra shield. So that's good. Bleed through, good. I think that was definitely needed in my own opinion. Maps, 4 days after Dark Element time mode, ranked. Interesting. Recent hotfix, September 6, 2023. Guaranteed percentage per kill elimination bonus has been raised across all skill levels. Point disparity between teammates of vastly different skill has been reduced. Bug fixes, Itchy Threat now correctly highlights enemies through close proximity, multi-layered FX. So like what multiple shadow, or not multiple shadows, multiple smokes and stuff, and like a smoke and a caustic barrel maybe, probably. Legend. Bloodhound's piercing plasma no longer occasionally turns enemies invisible. So that was with his prestige skin. Crypto will now get kicked out of his drone when silenced. Not bad. I can agree with that, honestly, because he's using his tactical at that point. Seer's focus of attention no longer interrupts other highlighted items and abilities. Forged Shadow. Damage to the Shroud now contributes to damage, stats, and Evo points. Ooh, nice. Finally, bro. Friendly arc stars and knuckle clusters no longer stick to the Shroud. Finally, that was needed also. Mad Maggie's Warlord Ear. Oh, I hope I said that right. Now highlights Revenant when you hit his Shroud. So I think that's that's her ability. Whenever she hits an enemy, it highlights them for a second. Vantage Sniper's Mark now applies when you hit his Shroud, which that was also in the dev AMA. Then effects now apply when his ultimate is active. Nice. So when he gets hit by the Bangalore bombardment or Gibby's bombardment too, it actually probably will slow him down finally. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know you could still keep moving. No longer get stuck in Shadow Pounce when activating the ability before landing from the dropship. Then I had no idea that was an issue. Resolve animation canceling when using Shadow Pounce that allowed you to draw your weapons early. I'm very okay with that one too. Good job. They're actually fixing stuff that needed to be fixed. Restored highlight from Assassin's Instinct showing up in cases where enemies are visible but partially obstructed. Stop Shadow Pounce automatically deploying after climbing a ledge. Quality of life. Bloodhound can see Revenant Forged Shadow activation point. Nice. Okay. Lobo's Black Market now sorts weapons by type. Ooh, for easy access. Okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. What is this little thing? Incoming transmission. What is this stuff? Like a little like Easter egg right here. Just these like codes. Subject Nessie. But all in all, some very good things coming with this update. A lot of good fixes, a lot of good buffs and nerfs in all reality. Balance updates. Honestly, other than the Nemesis coming back to ground loot and still being 16 damage per shot, I might tip my hat this time. And that's saying something, because I really don't tip my hat a lot to EA. I have a little bit of faith for this, honestly. I think this update will be really good for the game. In all reality, it's bringing some good stuff, in all honesty. Other than the Nemesis coming back to floor loot, keep that shit in the crafter, because no one was using it. Please put it away. Just vault it. I don't care what you do, but just get rid of the Nemesis, bro. We were enjoying our lives for a minute. Just get rid of it. Other than that, no complaints. Good update. I'm actually kind of ready for it.